Hello everyone, welcome to the Duolingo English Test Practice channel. Today, we're going to explain a question type called listen and type. Let's take a look at its format. Here is the interface for the question. As you can see, the listen and type interface is very straightforward. On the left, there is a small speaker icon, and on the right, there's a text box. You simply type the sentence you hear into the text box using your keyboard. The time limit for this task is 1 minute. Now let's take a closer look at this interface. In this interface, the audio for the sentence will play automatically up to 3 times. How does this work? When you reach this question in the exam, the audio will play automatically the first time. This initial play is not controlled by you. For the second and third plays, as long as it is within the 1 minute time limit, you can click the small speaker icon on the left to replay the audio. This is why we say you can manually play the sentence audio twice, with a maximum of 3 total plays. After listening to the audio, you need to type the sentence into the text box. Pay close attention to spelling, capitalization, and punctuation, as these are all graded. For example, the first letter of the sentence should be capitalized, and the sentence should end with appropriate punctuation. This covers our introduction to the question interface. This question type appears approximately 6 to 9 times in each exam. It also includes common phonetic phenomena in spoken English, such as linking and weak forms. Additionally, this question primarily tests your mastery of word pronunciation and spelling, so your vocabulary will be a key determinant of your score. In your daily practice, focus on expanding your vocabulary. When presented with this question, sometimes the sentences are longer, so you can first focus on remembering the content words, such as nouns, adjectives, and verbs. In the second and third listens, you can fill in the function words, such as prepositions and particles. While listening, you can also leverage your grammatical and syntactic knowledge along with context to fill in the blanks. This concludes our introduction to this question type and some general test-taking tips. Next, let's discuss answering strategies. Before that, let's address a common question from many students. What should we do when we hear numbers? Should we write them as numerals or spell them out? Let's look at the official guidance. The official answer is to write them out using English words. This means we should write numbers as words, not numerals. If you encounter years, such as 1986 or 2002, you can write them as numerals. For other types of numbers, write them out as words. Do not use Arabic numerals. For example, if you hear 16, write it as a word, not as the number 16. Now, how can you best utilize the 3 audio plays? Let's take a look. Since the Duolingo English test does not allow note-taking, you should start typing what you hear during the first listen. For longer words, you don't need to write out the entire word at once. For example, with a long word like congratulations, writing out the entire word will take considerable time, and you might fall behind on the remaining words. For such words, you can try writing the first few letters and then complete the word later. After the first listen, resist the urge to mentally translate or deeply process the meaning of the sentence. Some test takers do this, pondering the sentence's meaning, but it consumes valuable time and mental energy. Instead, you can mechanically repeat it in your mind or softly verbalize it to reinforce your short-term memory. Try to capture the sentence's core structure, such as the subject and verb, along with key content words. In the second listen, fill in the grammatical words, such as prepositions and particles. Use the third play to check for any missed words and to ensure the completeness of your transcription. If time remains after the 3 listens, you can use your grammatical knowledge and understanding of sentence structure to refine your response. Also, double-check your spelling and punctuation. This is how you can optimally utilize the 3 audio plays.
Next, let's examine some key phonetic phenomena. First, we have the linking that occurs between a word final consonant and a word initial vowel, such as in get out and stand up. Then there's assimilation, where t plus y become ch, and d plus j become j, as in next year and dj. There's also linking with the sound, as in her own and answer it. Additionally, we have vowel-to-vowel linking. We can insert a gentle vowel between vowels, as in go on and who else. For words ending in the vowel followed by another vowel, we can insert a yet as in beyond time and my young apartment. Another phenomenon is a loss of explosion, where in sudden combinations of six plosive sounds, the first one is not fully articulated, as in black bike and sit down. Consonant clusters can also occur, as in set day and fresh shirt. Weak forms can be even more complex. Let's look at some examples. The symbols in black represent the full pronunciation, while those in red represent the weak forms. For example, tell us the truth can be reduced to tell us the truth in rapid speech. Possessive pronouns can also be weakened, with her becoming er. For instance, she has lost her watch can be reduced to she has lost her watch. Conjunctions and prepositions like but can be weakened to but, as in but I don't understand, being pronounced more like but I don't understand. Auxiliary verbs like can be reduced to can, as in what can you do, sounding more like what can you do.
As there are numerous words to absorb here, feel free to take a screenshot of this page for your reference. Next, let's look at some specific practice questions. For example, this question is in the range of 100 points or less. Let's give it a try. You can prepare a piece of paper and a pen or open a blank document on your computer. I'll play the audio and you can transcribe what you hear. Since this question is fairly straightforward, the allotted time is quite brief.
Don't you see what's going on? Don't you see what's going on? Don't you see what's going on?
Let's check the answer. Don't you see what's going on? In this sentence, there is a phonetic reduction where the t sound in don't is weakened. For sentences in this scoring range, they tend to be short and simple, so you can likely transcribe them in real time. When writing, be mindful of punctuation and capitalization. Let's move on to the next question. I'll play it once. Try to write down what you hear. It's very brief.
I have a headache now.
Let's listen a second time.
I have a headache now.
And a third time.
I have a headache now.
The answer is, I have a headache now. Attentive students may have noticed the linking that occurs between have and a. Let's proceed to the next question. I'll play it once.
I will tell you about the winter event.
And a second time.
I will tell you about the winter event.
Finally, a third time.
I will tell you about the winter event.
The answer is, I will tell you about the winter event. Here, the t sound in winter event is weakened, and there is linking between the words. Now let's tackle a more challenging question in the 105 to 115 point range. First play.
A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more.
It's a bit lengthy, so I'll give you some extra time. Second play.
A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more.
Third play.
A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more.
The answer is, a centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more. Take note of the word centenarian, which refers to a person who is 100 years old or older. It might be an unfamiliar word, so ensure you spell it correctly. There is also linking in or more. Remember to write out numbers as words, such as 100, rather than using numerals. Let's attempt the next question. First play.
The search result will be displayed on the bottom of the screen.
Second play.
The search result will be displayed on the bottom of the screen.
Third play.
The search result will be displayed on the bottom of the screen.
The answer is the search results will be displayed at the bottom of the screen. Here, the T sound in results is omitted and displayed links with at. There is also linking in the phrase bottom of. Next, let's try another question. First play.
It is sometimes called the plasma membrane.
Second play.
It is sometimes called the plasma membrane.
Third play.
It is sometimes called the plasma membrane.
The answer is it is sometimes called the plasma membrane. The challenge here lies in spelling plasma and membrane, which refer to the liquid component of blood and a thin, pliable sheet of tissue, respectively. This question assesses your vocabulary knowledge. If you're familiar with these words, the sentence is fairly straightforward. If not, try to phonetically spell the words based on their pronunciation. It's better to write down your best guess than to leave a blank space. Let's try another, even more challenging question. This time it's a question worth 120 points or more. First play.
Prevention includes vaccination, environmental measures, and appropriate treatment of other health problems.
This sentence is quite long and contains several advanced vocabulary words. Second play.
Prevention includes vaccination, environmental measures, and appropriate treatment of other health problems.
Third play.
Prevention includes vaccination, environmental measures, and appropriate treatment of other health problems.
The answer is prevention includes vaccination, environmental measures, and appropriate treatment of other health problems. Pay close attention to the lengthy words prevention, vaccination, and environmental. Also, note the punctuation rules for listing items in a series. Write down the content words first, then go back and fill in function words like of and. Double-check for singular and plural forms, as well as third-person singular verb agreement, as in includes.
Let's look at another high-value question. First play.
Information theory is the study of a particular mathematical concept of information.
Second play.
Information theory is the study of a particular mathematical concept of information.
Insert play.
Information theory is the study of a particular mathematical concept of information.
The answer is information theory is the study of particular mathematical concept of information. Once again, pay attention to the advanced vocabulary, including information, particular, and mathematical. There's a linking in theories, of a, and concept of. Weak forms such as of, reducing to of, are also present. Employ the same strategy. Write down the content words first, then go back and fill in the function words.
Next, let's examine one final question. First play.
Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object.
Second play.
Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object.
Third play.
Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object.
The answer is pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object. The word perpendicular means at a right angle and is quite lengthy and potentially challenging to spell. If you encounter unfamiliar words, be sure to add them to your personal vocabulary list for further study. There is linking in surface of and an object. For these longer sentences, it's crucial that your typing speed is up to par. Practice typing using writing samples drawn from your question bank. This will help improve your speed while also familiarizing you with model sentences and phrasings. Next, we will engage in intensive practice with listen and type exercises. We will focus on practicing 20 listen and type questions. Please note that the answers here are randomly entered, so refer to the sample answers after clicking the Submit button. If you need to, you can replay the video clips, pause the video for practice, and reference the sample answers.
Many people act like that. Many people act like that. Many people act like that.
In geometry, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. In geometry, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. In geometry, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees.
A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more. A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more. A centenarian is someone who is 100 years old or more.
These horses are yours. These horses are yours. These horses are yours.
How long does it take for the airport bus to get to the airport? How long does it take for the airport bus to get to the airport? How long does it take for the airport bus to get to the airport?
I have to set my watch ahead by 2 minutes. I have to set my watch ahead by 2 minutes. I have to set my watch ahead by 2 minutes.
He is good at taking photos. He is good at taking photos. He is good at taking photos.
They planted apple trees. They planted apple trees. They planted apple trees.
If you had $1,000,000 yen, what would you do with it? If you had $1,000,000 yen, what would you do with it? If you had $1,000,000 yen, what would you do with it?
He begged me to come. He begged me to come. He begged me to come.
I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them.
This book is mine. This book is mine. This book is mine.
Other combinations are, of course, possible. Other combinations are, of course, possible. Other combinations are, of course, possible. It is one of the world's most popular card games. It is one of the world's most popular card games. It is one of the world's most popular card games.
Everyone is waiting for him. Everyone is waiting for him. Everyone is waiting for him. I allowed her to go to the party. I allowed her to go to the party. I allowed her to go to the party.
Several other less mainstream genres were created in this decade. Several other less mainstream genres were created in this decade. Several other less mainstream genres were created in this decade.
We need to wait and see. We need to wait and see. We need to wait and see.
Don't you see what's going on? Don't you see what's going on? Don't you see what's going on?
Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object. Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object. Pressure acts perpendicular to the solid surface of an object.
That concludes today's lesson on the Listen and Type question type. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest exam tips and resources. See you next time. Bye.